All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is a packed gymnasium here on Friday night with the Marion Harding Presidents versus the I said their name wrong. I apologize. The River Valley Vikings. I am Todd Schneider, and back with me, or should I say, we're back together again.
Back together again.
Like
Peas and Kyrites.
Hall & Oates, Simon and Garfunkel, Batman and Robin, Todd Schneider, Scott Cameron, bringing you tonight's ball game.
I'm just glad you didn't say the River Dancers.
You're right. I thought about it for like a skosh of a second. I think it's worth noting that we're not the only people broadcasting this game tonight.
You have a plethora of options.
We've got radio people to the right of us, radio people to the left of us. So there's some people sitting at home tonight listening to this in real time.
I know. And they're still. I actually had someone on Facebook reach out today. They're like, "Are you guys going to live coverage the game on?" Like, no, we can't do that, but you can watch it later. And they're like, "Okay, we'll watch it later." I'm like, "Great." Yeah. So people, this is a hot ticket in town, and we're. You know what, Todd?
What's that?
It's great that we're able to do this, and we cannot do this without the leadership of one Dr. John Mullins. That kind of keeps this going. And at Telecom, our production team, run by students, headed up by John, it is absolutely fantastic, second to none. So we're very fortunate. Very fortunate.
We are absolutely fortunate. You are right. We are second to none in terms of the product we were able to put on the air.
Except for us.
Well, true story.
Yeah,
true story.
But,
true story.
So let's talk some basketball.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
So River Valley coming in this year with high expectations. They are 4-2, 3-0 in the league. They just came off a tough loss to Big Walnut, who Harding plays eventually later on this year. They lost by 4. This is a big game. This is actually a pretty good measuring stick for River Valley because they turn around, they play Shelby next after this, who Harding just lost to Shelby.
Well, and I'm going to tell you,
by 3. That was a great
Harding
game.
played Shelby really, 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 really tough.
Yes, they did. So and Harding's coming in here 3-2, 2-1. Just came off a big 16-point win at Highland, and they play Clear Fork next, who River Valley's already beat. So this is kind of a measuring stick game for a lot of the league when you're looking going forward.
No, I really agree because I'm here to tell you right now that from what I know about the basketball teams in this league and from what I know that people can do and the product they put on the floor, it could really be between River Valley, Shelby, and Marion Harding as far as who could very well be the class of this league, yes. Coach Cameron.
Yes, and that's the thing. So Harding's had a real tough schedule right off the bat. They played Shelby. They're playing River Valley. Those are some tough league games. Bang, bang, starting out. So this is going to be a good game for us. I'm interested to see what happens. We have our usual starting 5 in there. Ooh, quick start.
Oh, quick turnover there. Quick turnover.
Yeah, good idea by Long. Is just he didn't lead him enough. And, man, if that would have gone, then Kieran would have been in for an easy deuce.
The deuce.
So River Valley has a sophomore, Carson Smith, starting tonight. The rest are juniors, seniors, upperclassmen. And that is Smith.
There we go.
Right
Prexy's forced a turnover with some great defense there.
And you know what? This is a packed house, but we have 2 student sections that are pretty packed out, and I'm sure they'll be very spirited tonight. I thought we were going to have a turnover, but it must have been off our foot.
Yep.
With
the way our bench got excited there, I really thought it was a turnover.
I thought so, too. But good defense. Myers has the ball to the corner. By Mosier. Looking around, thought about taking a 3 up to the top of the key, bounced off, trying to bank it in. Like I said,
over the back foul.
Basketball team, and that is going to be a. Did you know, Todd, that there's no such thing as over the back?
There's no such thing as over the back?
No such thing as over the back. You can if you. It's kind of like how people are like, find this, I'll give you $1 million. There's no real such rule as over the back. It's just actually called a displacement foul. but people always say it's over the back.
Huh.
It's kind of the same thing, but
Maybe it's one of those things too that we kind of get from football. You know, when
Right.
there's a cornerback that gets a pass interference on a wide receiver. You know, we always say over the back. Maybe it's just one of those normal sports things.
Yes,
you say.
people caught something and man, that took a whole 360.
I'm gonna tell you, that was a great move by Pedraz right
Yeah.
there.
It just didn't lay in the
Just didn't
hole.
go in.
Just didn't lay in the hole. And that's one thing that Pedraza, has this athleticism, and he's starting to get a little more confident. I just growing from what he was last year.
Well, and the thing we need out of Pedraz is he just needs to stay. Oh, good
block.
We needs to stay healthy.
Dangerous play when you are taking the ball to the basket. Anytime you bring that ball below your waist, you're just asking for it to be swiped. Doesn't matter if you're a postman or not. You're just asking for it. Yeah, that's a jump ball. So
that was a jump ball.
Well,
Please
okay,
explain
okay,
to me
all
why
right.
that was a jump
He
ball,
called
Coach
it-
Cameron.
He called it a jump ball originally, which is the wrong call. What happened is he never actually released the ball.
Okay.
It still stayed in one hand.
But because the guy had his hand on it
Yeah.
and impeded his ability to maybe pump fake or pass the ball, he called it what he called it, correct?
Well, yeah. So
Okay.
originally he called it a jump ball. That was
Okay.
wrong. That was wrong.
Gotcha.
But it was traveling. It's up and down, basically.
Okay.
Oh,
Another turnover
lead
by
up.
the Prexies.
Uh-oh, we could be in for a biggie.
Oh!
Man. Hey, we'll take that.
And one. Now,
We'll take that
listen.
one. Oh.
I got to give some credit to Wesley Stokes because if I could dunk and I had the shot to take, I would have dunked it. However, go for the easy layup, young man, not the razzle-dazzle flash that's going to get you on ESPN.
Hey, though.
Speaking of ESPN, we had a Harding Prexy on ESPN a couple nights ago.
This is the third one in what, 8 years?
Yeah.
8 years. So,
Araya Douglas
yep.
made a half-court shot.
Yep, and man, that is that's a pretty cool. How many schools even have one? And we've had three.
We've had
ESPN.
three, absolutely.
That
LJ
is pretty
Scott. We had a youngster,
Sloan.
Jace. Or oh my God, I said Jay.
Zach Sloan.
And
and then Araya. So we've had three Harding people be on ESPN Top 10. That is pretty sweet. Man, dribble like a baby
That was
right out of bounds.
great defense.
Carson
Great
Smith
defense.
just couldn't hold on to the ball and keep the ball in penetration. So Harding brings the ball up. River Valley does not look like they want to test Harding's full court press. They don't want to press him because I think they realize Harding's probably a little more athletic. Don't press him, then get beat backside. Make them force some mistakes in half court. So probably a wise idea by River Valley.
Early 3-point lead by the Prexies. River Valley has yet to score anything.
Yeah, we had that missed dunk and then the put back and one. Which, again, free throws, that's going to be crucial tonight if we want to beat River Valley. Stokes has the ball, swings it back, round, and driven in. Probably could have got a little Euro step approval. Stokes.
Oh, I kind of felt like Stokes maybe got fouled there.
The reason why they did not call that, he was leaning into it.
Okay.
He was leaning. So it's almost one of those things where it's like you were just looking for the contact.
Gotcha.
Right? So
Gotcha.
it's like, listen, man, do you want us to call you for a travel even though you got fouled, or do you just want the ball out underneath? So coaches will never argue that. It's like, yeah, I'll take the ball. But Pedraza kind of shoved off, but it kind of went unnoticed. Ooh. Yeah. Great effort by Long, but he stepped on the line.
Well, and I'm telling you, Pedraza has had two amazing takes to the basket and just hasn't had the ball to fall yet.
Yep, just a lid on the rim for him right now as CJ Temple coming in here, the lefty. Man, he played some great minutes against Shelby not too long ago and had some very important minutes for us. It's good to see him in there.
Nice block.
Lang takes it in there, and Mutombo says, "Not today." Ha, ha, ha.
No,
Not today.
Good play by Pedraz. We've called his name a lot so
that
far. Well,
man.
he's got a better angle than we do, so I'm not going to argue with that
It
one.
looked kind of funny, but it looked like, good ball denial, but
Yeah.
I thought the River Valley kid touched. But that's okay.
But here's the key, though. We're making River Valley work for absolutely everything
yes.
they have.
They have not had really any good looks except for that, and that's a good
And,
shot.
yep, you jinxed us there,
Yeah,
Coach Cameron.
Sorry, my bad. Look at that no-hitter in the 7th. So Beard makes the 3, ties it up. CJ has the ball. Gets Stokes on the elbow, or to Keyran. Wide, long shot, rebounded by Long. Temple had a control dribble. That's why he was able to pick it back up and dribble again.
River Valley student section yelling air ball. Ooh,
could have been a call for
that could
travel.
have easily been a walk.
Didn't. Pedraza just can't find it.
Just can't
Stokes
get
hit
him
it
to
out.
fall.
No, it is a, when he drove in there, he kind of had a bad angle.
Yeah.
If you're going to drive in and try and bank it off, you've got to be at least the block or towards the elbow.
Kind of have to have your shoulders squared up there a little bit more than what he had there, right?
That's hard to do without any English on the ball. And
yeah,
it just,
absolutely.
Tough shot. As Beard brings the ball up with the relentless pressure.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
The big, yep. He's calling it the left hand.
All right.
The right hand was fine. His left hand kind of pushed him on the hip. That's a good call. Good call.
Am I the only one that feels like River Valley's yellow has become a lot more neon over the last couple years than what it ever used to be?
It's extremely neon. Yes.
I'm like, wow, that's bright.
It's like they're sponsored by ODOT or something.
It's kind of like the NFL. I've noticed the NFL's colors have gotten a lot brighter.
Like the Seahawks?
Yeah, it seemed like everything in the 80s was really bland and dull.
Steve Largent's, he's upset about the colors of Seahawks. Driven in, high off the glass.
Prexies are making them work.
Yeah,
and the reality is offensively, the Prexies have had much better shots and much better looks. They just haven't got the ball to fall.
Harding seems to have a
kind
of a longer shot. No one really around the rim to have good jump stop, and one. Yeah, Harding has a Harding has a post as a post game that's going to be probably defensively a struggle for River Valley. So Stokes stepping out there taking the 3. There's just no one down there to rebound. So not a bad look, but kind of puts it to bad. Here's the rule of thumb, Todd.
Okay, what is it?
A bad shot will always lead to a good shot for the other team.
Yep.
Every single time. And so Stokes, maybe not a bad look, maybe not the best.
Well, and you think maybe
selection.
the Prexies are forcing the threes because they've had such good looks and they just haven't got the ball to fall.
And, so they feel disgruntled, and so they want to shoot longer shots. It will fall. We just got to stay and pay attention with it.
Called a foul underneath the basket.
Calls an under basket. Yep. Calling a foul in River Valley, number 13, Brock Mosier. Brock Mosier, Blake Mosier. Are they twins? Are the Mosier brothers twins?
Could be. Could be.
Got number 13, number 21. I don't see. Oh, I see him. He's down there. Oh, good drive. Change of speed. Ugh.
Prexi's getting great looks. They just cannot get the ball to fall.
Yeah, great drive by West. Change of speed dribble. All these kids want to swish a layup and just hit it off the that white square up there, and pressure foul. Yeah, he ran his feet too far up on him and called a blocking foul on that. Got to give him some space.
When you're playing full court this early in the game, are you flirting with disaster as far as your fouls go? You put yourself in a position to maybe commit more fouls, possibly?
Well, here's the thing. The fouls that Harding has made, they're aggressive fouls, but they're not smart aggressive fouls. Oh!
That was a nice rebound by that young man.
CJ tried to get the ball and run, and he just needed to get the ball. As a long cord pass to Keyran brings it back out to CJ.
Prexies need a basket bad right now.
They need something bad. Well, they've been very cold here. Just lay it off. There. Oh
my goodness. We just can't. We've had such great looks. We just can't get the ball to fall.
The bounces are not going our way right now.
Did somebody put a hex on that basket?
Anyone out there watching practicing Wiccan, please stop hexing our basket.
Yes. There you go. Hexing the basket. Can you make a voodoo doll out of a basket? Is that possible?
Does your arm hurt right now?
Actually, my arm feels pretty good.
What about now?
Oh, it's power suggestion, Mr. Cameron. Power suggestion.
Hey, there's Nick Hecker. Hey, Nick Hecker. Nick Hecker, ladies and gentlemen, star of the JV basketball team, coming up here saying hey.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. We got one to follow there. Free throw wise?
At this point, though, if you'd have told me with 2 minutes left in this ball game, there'd only are 2 minutes left in the first quarter, there would only be 12 points on the.
Ooh, that's yep. Yeah, I agree. It's kind of a low-scoring game. Well, for as offensive-minded as these two teams are, they are not playing the best offensive basketball. And once again, CJ's got to move his feet, man. Got to play defense with your feet.
Can't have your feet in stone, right?
That's right. Ooh, nice play right to the block and rolled off the screen, missed the shot, and Wes is going to get called for a foul.
I don't know about that foul.
That's a bad call.
Yeah. That was two kids, both going for the ball. One kid lost his footing. I don't agree with that call.
That was, yeah. And here's the other thing, though, Todd, in all fairness. From our vantage point, we could see how the River Valley player really lost his footing.
Sure.
He may not have seen that from his angle.
Well, and honestly, at full speed, it's hard to not make that call. You know what I mean?
Pick up the ball. No, jeez. Pick up the ball.
Good God. We cannot get the ball to fall.
Fadeaway shot's hard to make. That's why you just take it straight up, chin to the rim, put it in the basket. We're trying to be kind of too cute, honestly. Reach around defense.
I think both sides are trying to be too cute.
Both sides are trying to be too cute.
Quit watching the NBA and watch college.
That's why they get millions of dollars a year.
Called an offensive
foul on West. That's his second. Wow. That's the right call. He was on the block. This is going to be interesting to see what they do. They're going to pull him out, and that's going to put us in a pickle. But I know I talk about them all the time, but we do have a secret weapon on our team.
Who's that?
Tyrus Coleman. And he has a lot of potential. Great athlete. I don't know if I see him down there. That's the problem. Neither way. Here we go. Beard had the ball. Back up top to Lang. Lang finds himself in a pickle. Pass back out to Smith. Smith bringing it around. Ebert pulls up at the charity stripe. Driving out. River Valley does a lot of in and out. They drive and they dribble and then they take it out. Boy, gutsy shot. And that's a good lead. No.
That's a terrible call. Holy smokes. Listen.
Wow.
I understand why Bobby Knight sometimes threw chairs. Holy smokes.
Wow. That
the kid literally planted his foot.
Wow. And he actually kept it. That was the amazing
yes.
thing. And that's a
maybe he slid on the floor, but I don't know how your
didn't.
feet sliding is. I don't understand that call.
There's got to be a makeup call for that. I think they probably realized, that was probably that's not good. Man, River Valley is killing Harding on the boards, controlled boards. Harding tries to get the ball a lot and just go with it. Grab the ball first, control the ball first. There you go.
There's your makeup call.
There's the makeup call. They could have called a foul on CJ.
Yeah, I thought actually they were going to call a foul, quite frankly.
But he was, so that's not a bad makeup call. All worked out. As River Valley looks to, you do not get a half point for that. Hey, folks, we're going to take a break.
Yep.
Let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
Back.
Global logistics is the process of managing the flow of resources or goods between businesses and the consumers. In addition, global logistics analyzes the acquisition of goods, how the goods are stored, and the methods of transporting the goods within a supply chain. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer a 2-year class in the study of global logistics. In this class, students will receive an English credit for taking Logistics 1. They will also participate in multiple field trips, making connections through real-world projects with local businesses. These students will obtain Career Pathway Logistics certification, earning 12 credits for graduation. Students may also earn Lean Six Sigma certification, giving them a credentialed advantage in the job market. However, most importantly, logistics offers transferable life skills including communications, economic forecasting,
I know. And he put Wes back in the game.
Hey, folks, we're back here as 8-4 starting the second quarter. Scott Cameron here with Todd Schneider for Harding High School Telecom basketball versus the River Valley Vikings. As we got Wes back in here. What do you think about that move?
Back in the ball game. There we go.
Hey, what just happened? What just happened?
The lid came off the basket.
Jeez.
I got palpitations.
Man.
Got a little excited there, Coach. I apologize.
If you are joining us here, just starting, my goodness, Harding had the shooting woes, the bad bounces, and here we are. It's still 8-6.
Oh!
That was.
Did they call Pedraza for a foul
that
on
was. He just didn't jump high enough. His hands were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I don't think he was in the act of shooting, though. Well, never mind. That's all right.
It's
foul.
a single bonus.
Never mind. Never
single
mind.
Bonus. So yeah, that's the other thing. We are in. They called a lot of. Some of them have been what I like to call the 1-calorie fouls. They're a little tic tac.
Yeah.
So they've called some tic tac fouls, and that's put us up to 8.
Yeah.
Realistically, we could probably be at 6, and it would probably still be called a good game.
And at this point, a foul is a foul. Don't get me wrong, but let them play. Great 3-point play there by River Valley.
Yep, stick back. That's why the low man on the free throw is above the block, so you don't get in that position. And he jumped himself into that position as CJ gets one to finally roll in. Ooh, kid had some popcorn before the game. Couldn't hold on to the ball. Swinging around to Smith. Nice pass down low at the block areas. Nice try by West, just not enough
Nice
height.
offensive series there.
It was. Good passing, good cutting.
Good pass, good cut, good everything.
Anytime you're...
That was textbook right there, folks.
If you get a ball in the middle of the paint, and there's more times than not, there's going to be a little quick bounce pass to the block open. They did that. Good offensive set. CJ kind of dropping the ball to Pedraza. Back out to Kieran. We need this 3. And it goes over, leading to the other ball.
Well, I tell you what, at this point, I think we've taken about 3 or 4 threes, and we haven't had a single one fall.
And honestly, none of them have looked good.
No, not a one.
Not one has looked
Listen,
good.
and I know shooting threes is Riley's game.
It
but
is.
At this point, I just think we need to stick with driving the ball to the basket and getting hoops that way.
And the other thing with that is push the envelope, force the issue with them getting fouls. We need to get them up.
Absolutely.
In fouls. Force them to play defense.
Absolutely, because when you drive the paint, the odds of...
Oh, great passing. And, once again, rebounding. Oh, that's a little Larry Bird special there. But, yeah, the passing has been great by River Valley, but the rebounding, it's just killing us. They are out-rebounding us by 2-1 at least right now, and that is just killing us.
Well, River Valley has great ball movement, and right now I just feel like when we get down on the offensive side, we've got too many people trying to do flashy things, and our ball movement just isn't really there. And when it's not there, we're shooting threes that just aren't helping us out.
Riley's going to pull up. And they're going to, here's the thing. Todd, playing a lot of basketball over the years, I've played with, guys that are in their 30s, 40s, and we'll play a bunch of kids, and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll take you on. 9 times out of 10, the old men will beat the kids. You know why?
Because they pass the ball.
Fundamental, doing the right thing, the right plays. and the kids always try and do flashy stuff, and there's a reason why fundamental always wins.
Well, I call it the Steph Curry disease. Everybody wants to shoot threes, man.
Yep, and that's why those guys they are once-in-a-generation talent. So
yeah, and I would say Steph Curry is definitely a once-in-a-generational
so
talent.
we need to stick to the fundamentals and just play basketball. Long pulls up. That's not a bad look. But look how many people. Look how many people crashed the boards on that. No one crashed the boards for a rebound.
It's like when the ball goes up, all the practice turn and look at it.
They just stand there. No one crashed the boards except the shooter, which is the right play. But no one was even going for a rebound. And I'm telling you, the way we're shooting, we need all the rebounds we can get.
Absolutely.
Or this is going to be a long, long game in the second half. Carson Lang bringing the ball up, waiting for an opportunity. Gives it off to Mosier. Gives it off to Myers. Almost steal. Leads to a three with a bunch of air underneath it.
Even River Valley's getting in the force three game here.
It's not good, like we said, not good offense for either side. A little kind of control.
Oh, the ball
CJ
just won't fall.
Man, get it under control here, kids. Under control. Both teams are out of control, man. Ooh, good change and adjustment in passing.
There you go.
Yep, little 15-foot shot. CJ has the ball. Hopefully they're trying to set up some sort of offensive play. Moves the screen, denies the screen, pulls up.
There we go.
Hey, that helps. And we got a 30-second timeout here. I have a feeling what Coach Pearson's going to try and do is set up some sort of full court press to push them into kind of a stressful situation, see if we can get this 7-point lead dwindled down. Hey, I got a Christmas present for you on air.
All right.
It is something that I think you'll like.
All right, we're going to open this up. We'll see here.
What is it, Todd?
It is a what looks like an old-timey baseball card, which is from your it is a baseball card. It has Mr. Cameron's picture on it. It says
no, don't read it out loud. I'm going to show it on the camera here. Hold on. That's what he got. It's a beaut, Clark. Here we are back to the basketball game. Rally has the ball. I need the 10, though. That might. Oh! Rebound. Harding has the hey, we got a rebound.
We did get a rebound.
But the great thing Jones did there, he got the ball, and he just made sure he had possession. Give it off. Let's go play basketball. We're trying to be too cute, and so this it's fundamental basketball. Don't be cute. Jones has a nice pass there to Thomas. Thomas gives it off to CJ. CJ to the elbow. Not a bad look.
Now,
there you go.
That is the best look we've had at a three all night because we drove the ball in and then we kicked it out. Yep. And what happens? We sunk the three. It wasn't forced. It was a kick out, and it was beautiful.
Pedraza was able to get his feet set, walk into it, step into it, take a nice look, and we nailed it. So it's 17-13. It's almost like playing basketball works. Boy, that's a quick throw up in the air. It seems to be Thomas really kind of going after the ball aggressively and bang. Good passing.
Well, and right now, River Valley's moving the ball around really well. They're having a guy stand right there in the paint underneath the hoop, and they're just feeding him the ball. They've probably scored 4 or 5 baskets just in that. Whether it's he's down there, he gets the rebound, whether somebody feeds him the ball, whether he cuts, he's there. Right now, they are controlling the paint on offense.
And I'm going to start paying attention to this, seeing how long they stay in the paint offensively, because I just keep seeing they're in great places and they're good passes, good plays, but man, they sure are in the paint a lot. Could have been probably a foul, but no call. Just keep playing. And that was a crazy shot by Myers. And wow.
That was a great shot by that young man.
Absolutely.
I just kind of feel like on offense and defense, the Prexies are just kind of out of control.
Yes, 22-13. CJ passes it off.
And
Thomas
once again,
was pushed by Myers. Yeah, body foul.
I feel like that was a forced three right there.
We don't have much of an offensive flow. I mean, we're a minute left. This is high school boys basketball, and we're 1 minute left in the half, and we only have 13 points. That just screams we're out of order. It's
and
there's
honestly,
no yin to the yang.
It's not because Valley's really played good defense.
No.
It's because we have just been we've been out of control with our shots and our offense. Listen, shots are great, but what's the point of throwing them up? Right? I mean, I could throw up shots all day long. Whether I make them or not, it's a different story.
Right. And it's that feeling of anxiety or just throwing up a shot, and it's putting us in some pickles.
Feeling like I'm underneath the hoop and I have to throw up the shot.
Ooh, that was actually a good call.
Yes.
He was. If he would have been straight up, it was at Beard. If he would have been straight up, that would have been a block foul. But he was already leaning back, anticipating the contact. That was actually a great call by the official. I know, Coach.
Listen, I don't doubt for a second that athletically, Harding is a better basketball team than River Valley right now. The problem is, though, once again, I feel like maybe we're at home, we're playing River Valley. We just need to calm down, Coach.
It's the emotions of it all.
Settle in.
It's the emotions
Settle
of it all.
in.
And I know that I know Rod Brown, the River Valley boys basketball coach. He's a great guy. Played ball with him and stuff. He's still vouching for that being a charge call. And one thing that's helped us right now, Todd, this is uncharacteristic. I'm a little reluctant to mention it, but we are 4 for 5 from the line, I believe. So that's usually Harding's. That's one of our Achilles' heel. If we can get this down. Oh, and CJ needs to be careful with his emotions. If we can somehow, before the end of the half, get this to a 5-point game or below, not as good as we've ever played before in this half.
For as poor as we've shot and rebounded. Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
we haven't rebounded well, and we haven't shot real well.
If we could keep this within 5 points going into the half, then we'd be doing pretty well, as it's an 8-point game right now. But there's still 35 seconds left. We still should have a possession here, and you never know. Anything within 5 or 6 before half is good. River Valley content to play half-court defense, match up. And they're actually doing a 1-3-1 zone, which means the bottom corner threes should be open. Harding just off the mark. And that's actually a good look. Stepped into it.
Yep.
Just not hitting the bottom of the net there. As River Valley is going to hang on here for the last shot, up by 9.
I think it'd be interesting to look at the stats and see what percentage we've shot. It has to be terrible.
Yeah, cannot be good. Winding down, just need to be straight up.
There you go. The guy down low killed the Prexies. All of the first half. All right, well, we still got a half of ball to play. As I mangle the words coming out of my mouth. Hopefully the Prexies can pick it up in the second half.
Yeah,
if not, the night could get longer.
Yeah, it's an 11-point game. The amount of fouls we had was hurtful, but we'll see what happens when we come back from here in the second half. All right, we're going to take a break, folks.
One class. Here you will produce and direct your own broadcast events. You will be put in charge of productions and lead other students through the introductory processes of media production. Many of our telecom graduates have gone on to study broadcast media in college and launched careers as television news and weather personalities, Emmy-winning editors for nationally syndicated television shows, and audio production engineers. So don't hesitate to schedule Harding Telecom Digital Media. Talk to your guidance counselor or see Mr. Mullins in room 201. Exercise science is the study of how exercise and the human body interact. The goal of exercise science is to develop an understanding and applied knowledge of the links between fitness, exercise, diet, and health. Harding High School is proud to offer students interested in athletic training, sports medicine, physical therapy, occupational therapy, or personal fitness an opportunity to pursue a career pathway in this emerging field. As a student of exercise science, you will gain real-world experience in anatomy and physiology, on and off-the-field injury evaluation, wound care, taping and bandaging, emergency care, exercise and rehab programming, and much more. For more information, contact your guidance counselor or see Coach Cunningham in room 9.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, at the Harding High School basketball Telecom production. And Scott Cameron here with my man Todd Schneider.
We're playing basketball. Here's the question.
Yeah.
The better basketball song, Basketball by Curtis Blow or Basketball Jones by Cheech and Chong?
What about I Wish I Was a Little Bit Taller?
By
Is that a basketball song? I Wish I Was a Baller? I mean, it mentions it.
I mean, I think it references basketball.
But it's not a basketball
But is
song.
it a true basketball song? But we'll go with Curtis Blow and say, we're playing basketball.
All right, here we are. As River Valley comes out in a line set across the charity stripe, dribbles it in and cuts to the basket and can't get it in, much to the chagrin of the Vikings. And good rebound by Harding there. Kieran bringing that ball down. CJ dribbles down the floor.
There's a word I like, chagrin.
Chagrin. Makes you think some lady somewhere is happy.
Chagrin.
Boy, you know what? It's kind of a sidebar here, next dead ball. Talk about it. CJ has the ball off to Pedraza. Long in the corner. Takes a dribble, picks it up. Wes is back into the game. Good
move by Wesley Stokes. Good God, will the ball fall?
That is it.
Oh, my gosh, that was a great move. Did somebody hex that basket?
I tell you what, man. I've
never seen the ball not fall that way.
This is
holy smokes.
is it a full moon?
I don't know.
I think it might be a full moon. It's not. It's pretty daggone close.
Just holy cannolis.
River Valley runs and passes well. One thing they do very well is they do two passes very quickly. You can tell it's very intentional. And the first pass, but they always make sure the second pass is to a player it's cutting. At CJ bringing his arm down. He's frustrated, but you're bringing your arm down, son. If you can't do that, right?
I always like it when there's a foul like that. They look at their buddies. They were like, was that a foul? It doesn't matter what they say because the foul was called. It was a foul. Calm down there.
Defense on the wrong side of the basket, but pulls up for two. Kieran tips it up long with the board.
All right, Prexy's winning the battle of the boards so far.
Finally, in the second half. Pedraza, nice step into it. Just can't get the fall. Still, West with the rebound. Kieran, that could have been
that should have been a foul.
Should have been a foul. They were calling that first half on us. Why not now? Pedraza looks up another three and off again. West looking for a call. Off the ball call. Pedraza needs to be careful.
Wide open.
Too long. He had to shoot that.
Not over the back. What's that called?
Displacement foul.
He displaced him.
Carson Myers need to shoot that immediately. He waited too long. Caught it out of stride. Yeah, here's what I was going to say. You know what I'm glad we have back this year?
What's that?
I'm glad we have back the pep band.
Yeah.
Man, that stunk not having them last year. You know?
They played the girls' game the other night when I commentated it, and it was cool, man. It was cool.
It's just nice to have them back, and
it's part of the high school experience, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my God,
we still can't find the bottom of the daggone hoop. Having some troubles still. Ooh, that was yeah, that should have been called a travel on Smith there. I don't think very many people saw that, but
hard to believe that as many minutes have ticked away in this ball game, and the Prexies literally have 15 points. Oh,
misjumped for the rebound.
Well, and actually, that ball should have been out of bounds because it rolled on top of the basket.
It has to go over the back of it. It has to go over the back of it.
Turnover by the Prexies.
The top of the board is still part of the basket.
Okay, then. I did not know that.
It has to go over the back. That one is over the back. That one is the rule.
That's over the back.
Oh, man. Great
I'm telling you,
by
man,
Lang.
River Valley is cutting to the hoop, and they're catching the Prexies just sleeping.
Yep, the passing.
Just sleeping,
River
man.
Valley moves the ball very, very well.
Yep. They move it well, and we cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Yep, and that's been the story of the game so far.
River Valley
still can't get a break.
Has doubled us up.
But here's the thing, in all honesty, it's not like doubled up like, it's 60-30. It's 30-15. It's not that big of a spread.
It's really not.
That can still be closed, and that gap could be closed, but we're going to have to do it very quickly. You cannot start the fourth quarter by being down by more than 10, or you're in deep poo-poo. Poo-poo? Did I just say poo-poo on air?
You said poo-poo on air.
Little poo-poo.
Out of all of the words you could have used, though, that was probably the most pertinent, I guess, considering this is a family broadcast, sir.
That's right.
Yes,
that's
pertinent.
why I told you not to read the back of the baseball
Fair
card.
enough. Okay. All right.
Good night. And the
all right, 17-30.
The fan base. How's that not 5 seconds? Gee, Christmas. As slow as 5
Might have
seconds.
been 4.9.
Yeah, goodness. It must have been slow. Anyways, River Valley has the ball. Lang with the ball over to Beard. Smith kind of dribbling around, looking around to all along the top. Around the horn, and there's a pass down to the block. Brings it back out, though. Good passing once again. Boom, boom. Yep. Right in stride. Couldn't finish it. Good rebound. That's what we needed by Wes. He's looking up. He's on a 3v2. Trying to swish it. Trying to swish it.
Still can't find the bottom of the basket.
Well, once again, fundamental basketball. What do? Bank it off the block. Bank it off the block.
Off the block.
We keep trying to swish everything. It's just,
Tried to do a little of a finger roll there, didn't he?
Yep, and just make the bucket. And they're throwing a pass to no one, so we get the ball actually down there. So see if Coach Pearson has a set for underneath by the M. It's Pedraza coming back in, maybe to use some of the lengthiness, bringing out Caden Jones.
I see sitting in the stands over there, Coach Donnie Worstel.
Where?
Sitting over there in Section G.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Pedraza had the ball down there in the paint, just couldn't bring it back up to him. Too many feet in the way. Well, that's a quick turnaround and look by Smith or Myers. Yeah, they're gonna.
Oh.
Apparently the River Valley fans didn't like something.
Well, the Valley player went to help up the Harding player, and the Harding player's like, "Nah, man, it's cool," and just kind of swatted his hand away and let his buddy help him up. So the Valley kid was showing some good sportsmanship there.
Yeah, Harding's frustrated.
Yep.
And the Coffin corner.
They're a little mad right now.
They're getting mad.
They're upset.
They need to transition that
When
fear
the ball's not falling and they're beating you on the boards, you're going to get upset. Like that right there.
Yep, just could cut into the hoop.
Took it to the hoop.
32-17. They are laying the lumber on Harding here in this second half. Just never really getting in a flow of offense.
Well, we made one of those.
Yeah, Coach Pearson calling timeout again. I'm anticipating some sort of talk here with 2:35 left, down by 12. He may be setting up some sort of a diamond press or full court press or something of that kind. But we got to do something to – when your offense isn't working, you got to make your defense become the offense.
Absolutely.
So if you can pressure and press the other team into making mistakes to where you're not having to think about running an offense, you just get the ball and you go and you get your layups and da-da-da. That's the kind of offense that we need right now because our offensive set, normal, it's just not gelling tonight. So here we are coming out of that timeout. Lo and behold, the Prexies are going to be running a man press. Well,
I mean, at this point, we've played.
No, they're not running a man press. Well, it's going to stem out.
We've played well over 20 minutes of basketball with only 20 points to show for it.
Yep. And that's the problem. Oh! He called a lower body contact foul on Wes.
That's his third, I believe.
Oh, no, they called on Riley Kieran. Yeah. That's an interesting, it's a tough call. Yeah, but that's only his second foul. I'd much rather have him eat the foul than Wes here in the third quarter.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a no-brainer. We'll take that. He could take that licking. River Valley up by 13 now. Myers can't get the second one to fall. Pedraza gets the board. Finds himself in a 1v1 situation and cannot get it into the hoop.
Gotta bang it off the glass, man.
Yeah, he did. It's just he didn't throw it off
work
the block
that time.
Oh. Yep, that's the right call. That's the right call. Yeah, you know this is a tough pill to swallow for Harding in a way because it's a frustrating night, and because of that, Coach Schneider, because of that, our emotions are going to be put into challenge, and it's going to be important how we respond to that.
Well, and the reality is. You know, maybe the Prexies came in this game a little overconfident. Maybe they thought, you know, hey, man, listen, we've got athletes, we can make it work. And, you know, sometimes you just.
Oh. As Pedraza couldn't get that to fall. And we got a foul on the attempted tip. And we're going to get two shots here.
Sometimes it's just not your night.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Pedraza gets a chance here to make those 2 points that he has a chance to make one.
We are 5 for 7, I believe. I might be off by 1 or 2, but we are 5 for 7. Still not a bad percentage. We need this one, though. Sheesh.
Harding ball.
I think Wes and Pedraza have to be the most frustrated
Absolutely.
They have not been able to find the.
They've taken the ball to the hoop multiple times, and I just don't. It's not that hasn't fallen that many times.
Yeah, Long there with a nice drive. Way to use that athleticism. Put them in a pickle.
Marquise Long, sophomore.
Oof.
Charity Stripe is not being charitable to us.
Now we are 5 for 9, and now we are starting to get into that red zone shooting the free throws. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Harding has had no luck with that full court press. River Valley's ready for it. They know how to break it very well. Right there on the block. And speaking of block, throwing the ball
the
away.
pass.
Instead of slowing down
Settle
and saying, hey,
down.
we got a possession.
Yep. We're
just threw it away.
Trying to force it, trying to play the run and gun, and sometimes you just got to slow it down.
We'll gladly take that little turnover there. Yeah, if you're going to throw
your thoughts on that, Coach? Sometimes
Boy.
you just got to slow. I mean, granted, listen, I was a wrestler. I didn't really play basketball. I've watched a lot of it in my day, but sometimes you just got to slow it down.
The Eagles were right. Take it easy.
Yeah.
And you got, especially when you're playing down like this, and you know your possessions are numbered now.
Every possession counts.
It matters. Yeah, you got to take advantage of those. A little fadeaway, and that's a nice little shot for Wes.
That's a nice shot by Wes.
That's not an easy shot, and maybe that'll get some confidence going. We are down 12, so to get it down to 10.
Oh!
They called it. Wow. That is a...
your thoughts on that call? Could have gone either way, but your thoughts on that call?
If I say something, I might lose my pastor's license.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. I didn't agree with that call.
That was a here's the thing. The bad thing about it, what made it a call that he wouldn't make was Long was leaning into it, and so it made it easy to call, but it wasn't the right call. Wes gets the ball back. Take care of the ball. Take care of this possession. And boy, seems like the equitable calls are not.
Yeah,
it's just
calls aren't going both ways because
it sure feels like
the Harding player almost got decapitated on that.
And that's where the refs. You don't. It's an emotional game now.
It is an emotional game, absolutely.
It's an emotional game.
It's emotional for everybody, including the referees.
That's going to be a big bucket that goes in.
Yep.
Oh, that's a dagger, boys. That's a dagger. Hey, we're going to come back here for the fourth quarter action. Actually, you know what? Let's keep it here and let's watch the cheerleaders.
Keep it live. Let's let the River Valley folks be able to tune in on YouTube, and the Harding folks tune in and watch their daughters perform in between the quarters.
We're back here, folks, and
hadn't been the practice. Listen, a lot can still happen in the fourth. Don't get me wrong, but up to this point, it hasn't been the Prexy's night.
Correct.
32 minutes of basketball and 23 points to show for it.
And the general rule of thumb is if you're going to make a good comeback, you can only be down by as many minutes as there are left in the game. So we've got to make some headway on that, down by 15, and we got 7.5 minutes left. So we're going to have to do some work here. As you know, I don't know if necessarily the game this half has been cleaner. It's actually equitable physically as it was in the first half, but there's less fouls being called.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Maybe that was a discussion in the locker room of, hey, you know, what do we do? So, yeah. So there is that. Ooh. And I'll tell you what, they could have very easily called that on Wes. He stuck his arm out, but he didn't extend it all the way. But they very easily could have. Hey, here's the thing.
When bodies get tangled up like that and two people fall, somebody's going to get called. Someone's going to get called. Yeah, someone's going to get called.
You could see the arm.
Right.
But where that ref was, he may not have been able to see that chicken wing.
Well, and I think sometimes that goes you bring up a good point. Depends on the angle of the ref.
It does.
So sometimes we're at an angle, and we'll be up here and we'll be critical of a call, but the angle the ref was at looked like something completely different, you know?
Correct. Yep.
And you know, and refs, boy, they're not perfect. You know, and I tell you what, I give a lot of kudos to high school refs because I'm going to tell you what, you're in a gymnasium, you are surrounded by fans, and when you make a bad call, it's not like or what people think is a bad call. It's not like you're making a bad call against LeBron James, who makes millions of dollars and is in cartoon movies. You're making a bad call against somebody's son, their grandson, or their daughter, or their granddaughter, or their cousin, or their brother, or their sister. So it's personal. You know what I mean? It's personal. How dare you make that call? And I learned that the hard way. I had the experience of reffing a youth wrestling tournament. And one thing you find out about youth wrestling is the guy who's sitting in the chair is usually the kid's dad. So when you make a call they don't agree with, you ever seen youth wrestling?
Listen,
it's literally like two kids grab a hold of each other and they log roll across the mat.
Yes.
So you're doing reversal two, as Wes makes the first shot. I'm telling you, man, I did it once in this very gym. In fact, the mat was down on the area of the gymnasium where Wesley just made those two shots. And after that, I said, never again.
Never again?
Never will I ref a youth basketball, youth wrestling ever again.
The hardest thing to call is little kid sports.
Oh,
that should have been Wes needs to get control of the ball. That's going to be ours.
Yeah.
Wes he's just going to get hold of the ball. I know this sounds dumb, and he's trying to do 2-on-1. I get that.
Absolutely. Trying to make things happen. Absolutely. Can't fault him for that.
Correct. But getting that first possession, and there's just it's hard to go behind the basket and give yourself a lane.
Well, and I think River Valley's game plan really was come in and frustrate Pedraza and frustrate Wes Stokes, and they've done it.
They have.
They have done it.
And
they've moved the ball really, really well. Kudos to River Valley for what they have done tonight.
And really we kind of did it to ourselves in a way, too, because we've just had some shooting woes. And River Valley's taking a timeout here.
I believe I saw him signal.
It's going to be a full. It's going to full timeout.
You want to take a timeout?
Let's take a break.
Let's take a commercial break. Absolutely. Mary Harding High School Telecom production.
Global logistics is the process of managing the flow of resources or goods between businesses and the consumers. In addition, global logistics analyzes the acquisition of goods, how the goods are stored, and the methods of transporting the goods within a supply chain. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer a 2-year class in the study of global logistics. In this class, students will receive an English credit for taking Logistics 1. They will also participate in multiple field trips, making connections through real-world projects with local businesses. These students will obtain Career Pathway Logistics certification, earning 12 credits for graduation. Students may also earn Lean Six Sigma certification, giving them a credentialed advantage in the job market. However, most importantly, logistics offers transferable life skills including communications.
We're back here, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Cameron here at Harding Telecom Production. Boy, we're down 13.
13.
With a little under 7 minutes.
A little under 7.
But here's the thing. It's kind of
Okay.
interesting. Something I've kind of been feeling here is I've kind of felt River Valley's had a lot of the momentum most of the game. I feel like it's kind of a neutral spot right now where Harding has a chance to do something. They have a chance to take some momentum and make this a closer game. It's going to all depend here these next couple possessions.
Tough shot to make as West fades away.
So the main objective for River Valley right now is to take as much time off the clock as you can. That was a travel before the foul.
Yeah. Well, and you know what I feel? I feel like Harding all night has tried to force every shot they've taken, whereas River Valley has been patient, moved the ball around, waited for the man to come open in the paint, pass him the ball, and the easy layup is there.
Yep.
We have made things harder on ourselves than we needed to on the offensive side.
Harding really pressures River Valley. That's what needs to happen.
That's exactly what needs to happen.
So here's the thing. This is going to sound crazy, but the first team to 41 is probably going to win this game. So 41 or 42. So Harding's going to have to do some work here. Oh, my goodness. Nice board by Kieran. Way to time that jump. Each possession matters. Every possession matters. We have to shoot. We have to shoot like 80% from here on out.
Have to.
And out-rebound them. And we have to basically dominate from here on out to keep us in this game. Every possession matters. Ball goes down to West on the block. That's actually a good look. Sets right into the shot.
Prexy's cut it to 8.
As there's grabs a great cut there by Myers. That's not Myers, but that's a good layup. 30-second timeout by River Valley. There, so see, that's the thing. It's that momentum. Like, we could maybe do something. And hey, we brought down to 10 points. We got a possession here. We kind of gave him an easy bucket. We couldn't have done that.
We did, but I kind of understand with that bucket there. All the Prexys are kind of like, oh, snap, he's going to make this. So they just kind of pulled back, they stepped back, and they didn't want to give him
another one.
The don't give one.
Don't give him another opportunity.
Yeah. So, whereas it was an easy bucket, it was smart not to contest it.
What made that play was we had a pretty decent trap, +1 set down on the in the backcourt, and they I don't know who it was, but they made a great run up the floor toward the center circle, and so it just started the ball rolling, bang, bang, and they got it. So that was it was a good break by River Valley. You know what? I've also realized, you know what else I hate about yellow?
What's that?
It looks like Michigan.
I give you that.
Rolling the ball, trying to conserve that clock.
I seem to remember River Valley always having a solid yellow and just that, nothing going, and that powder blue. But it's morphed into a dark blue and a neon. Morphed into a powder blue and a neon.
Caden Jones took
yellow.
A lick to the face or lick to the something. I don't know what. He's shook up. He's coming over.
Good show of sportsmanship there by the Prexys and the Vikings of River Valley as players help each other up, pat each other on the back. So it's good to see these
smile on your brother
kids that all grow up in the same neighborhood in the same county. Having some sportsmanship.
And we got to get that rebound. Got to get the rebound. Jeez.
Well, you can't
4 rebounds in a row.
You can't get 4 rebounds in a row, and you just can't do it.
Kieran kind of forced a shot. Probably could have been called, but it really wasn't a displacement. That was actually a pretty good job by West. So here we are. River Valley's going to be at the line 1-1.
Well, you know what? I'm willing to bet a lot of these kids probably play on the same AAU teams. probably are at the same open gyms. And, like back when we were in school, at least in Marion County, I don't know if it's this way where you were living there in Mount Vernon. If you went to another school in the county, you might as well have lived on Mars. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now because of social media,
they're all connected.
And amateur athletics, as far as AAU sports, these kids all know each other.
Correct. And especially with open enrollment being what it is.
Yeah,
now.
open enrollment has played a huge
everything too.
Huge role.
That's an easy call for a foul there. That'll be called on Beard, I'm sure. And can we address the elephant in the room?
What's that?
River Valley's, they're probably wanting to lay a thump on us, especially after the football game this year.
Say it again?
After the football game this year.
Oh, they came in wanting this game after the football game?
After we laid the lumber on them.
We did.
We
did.
So, these
that
kids,
might have been, I'll tell you what, I've watched a lot of football. I've coached a ton of football. I've played a lot of football. And I've commentated a lot of football. And I don't know if I ever saw a series of events quite like I saw in that game.
Never,
where we had like 2 onside kicks back to back.
Yeah, we scored 3 touchdowns in like 30 seconds or something like that.
It's amazing. And really, that was kind of the turning point.
That
was kind of the turning point of the Prexy season, really.
That was 9 seconds. Barely got it over. Oh, get that stuff out of here. Be careful. Be careful.
Pedraza easily could have been called for a foul there.
Oh! And it's a race to the ball, and CJ, this is actually a big shot. Oh! Okay. Now get under control. There you go. Okay, see, we're starting to see Coach Rod Brown's going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout, too, just so I can get a breath.
Me too.
The historic OK Cafe.
Pizza, calzones, subs, sandwiches, and more.
Our fresh dough is made daily, topped with your favorite ingredients and made to order.
Stop in for our lunch buffet or check out our many daily specials.
Looking for something to do?
Come in and check out our giant projector screen on game days. Sing with friends on karaoke nights and dance the night away with live entertainment from your favorite local bands.
Hey, we're back here, Harding High School Telecom production, River Valley against the Prexies of Harding. And I'm Scott Cameron. My compadre, Todd Schneider, got pulled away for a little bit. It must be an administrative duty. And here we are, 340, down to 7 points. And, I mentioned about this momentum, and it could swing our way, and we were seeing it.
It could.
And here it is.
Oh! That and one would have been nice.
The and one would have been nice.
Would have been nice.
But we got to make these free throws. River Valley, I'm sure, is aware of our line woes. And so we have to capitalize and make them not want to foul us. And the next foul on them. Next foul on them, that's going to be double bonus. So we're in a good position right now.
Prexies have closed the gap. River Valley still, though, with a hold on, I'll be quiet. 5-point lead. Almost jinxed us, Coach.
You don't spend money you don't have, Todd.
True story, man. True story.
And Harding's still content going in that full court press. Has caused some problems lately. And they got a little bit lucky there. Okay, so Harding's going to, that's not a foul? I don't understand how this stuff is not foul. But Harding has the ball.
Wow.
How is that not? I don't understand the contact. Maybe they're just letting them play the game, which is okay by me. I also think they don't want to give 10 fouls, and then all of a sudden we're shooting free throws. I get it. Block shape coming out. So there's always going to be a down screen and a
kick ball.
If he would have been patient, Pedraza was open at the block, but Pedraza's had some challenges making that ball in the hoop tonight. Back up top to Wes. Wes kind of looking around. 5-point game, 3:18 left. He's about where you want to be. Harding.
Jump ball. Possession arrow. Oh, well.
What?
That was a. I'm gonna agree with that call, Coach.
Did they?
They both tried to possess the ball in the rebound. It was a true.
Yeah, but I thought he was going to call foul.
No, he didn't.
Whoa.
No.
Okay,
He did not.
He showed numbers, and that's why I was like, what? Okay, all right. So here we are, Harding. Every possession matters. Off the foot.
Kick ball.
No resetting of shot clocks, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, no, I had a pretty good conversation with Jeff Ruth on the air about that. About
the legend?
Yes.
Mr. 8,000?
Yeah, and
Gaines?
just about like, what about these shot clocks? Wes has to be smart here. Oh, with the lefty. Oh, makes it a 3-point game with 3 minutes left. This is where you want to be, folks. If you're looking for that comeback, oh my, oh, could it be? Oh, sweet Jesus, that could have been big. I've got palpitations. Oh my. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my compadre, Coach Todd Schneider, he had to go help with administrative duty. So in stepping in, he's going to be with me tomorrow night for the girls against Clear Fork. Josh Votaw, hey, how's it going?
It's going great. This is a great game. I'm really excited to see this. This is kind of what I was expecting.
Right? What a comeback, huh?
Definitely. It's tremendous defense.
Oh. Harding with the rebound.
And the ball down the court.
Wes has to take care of the ball. Taking care of the ball. Pulls up. Forcing the shot. Every possession matters. Oh.
That strong defense Harding's got going on this fourth quarter.
Oh, it's a loose ball on the floor. And Pearson's calling for timeout.
We got a timeout.
And he's calling a jump ball, but it's President's ball.
Okay.
2:14 left. Oh, my. Hey, and here's the funny thing, Josh. Harding girls played last night, played at River Valley, snuck out a win in overtime.
Wow.
That was I listened to that game on 1490 at River Valley, and our friend Eric Mosley was calling that game.
All right.
Great game, and Harding won that game, and this is starting to shape up to be a doozy as well. CJ bringing the ball up the floor. Every possession matters.
Yes, definitely. And both these programs have got great players.
Yes, it's just, Riley bringing it. That hit the band. That should have been, that's Harding ball.
Should have blew a whistle.
Should have blown the whistle, right.
There's been a few things like that I thought should have been blown tonight.
And Todd and I were talking about refs aren't perfect. They're human too. Why isn't that not a foul called? I think they're afraid to give us the 2 free throws. Because it'd be double bonus.
Yeah. It's River Valley's. Okay. He got control of the ball back. Goes up and under. Harding takes the lead.
Long gave himself a nice angle right there.
Oh, come on. Oh.
Long gave himself a great angle there at the block to be able to bank that in, and rather than trying to swish it, which is good. Harding up by 1:30 left, and River Valley's going to be shooting 1-1 at the line. Jevin Beard.
Both teams have done pretty well from the line tonight.
Oh, and Coach Pearson's trying to ice him out And we're going to take a full timeout. So, folks, we're going to take a break. Harding High School Telecom production.
Exercise science is the study of how exercise and the human body interact. The goal of exercise science is to develop an understanding and applied knowledge of the links between fitness, exercise, diet, and health. Harding High School is proud to offer students interested in athletic training, sports medicine, physical therapy, occupational therapy, or personal fitness an opportunity to pursue a career pathway in this emerging field. As a student of exercise science, you will gain real-world experience in anatomy and physiology, on and off-the-field injury evaluation, wound care, taping and bandaging, emergency care, exercise.
Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. And, Josh, I was saying we were down by 10. River Valley had traveled, turned the ball over, and I said, this is a tipping point. River Valley had the momentum the whole game, just dominated, literally dominated the whole game. And I said, we're at a tipping point. This could go either way. And Harding's making this a game up by 1 with Beard at the line. Shooting 1-1 and bricks the first one. Kieran
Harding
gets
with the
ball.
rebound.
That's
My
another
goodness.
thing. That's another thing. We finally are starting to rebound the ball finally, and it's finally helping us.
Yeah, this is something that right here is when you've got the lead like this with a minute and a half or less, you want to control that clock as much as possible.
Yep, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball.
Take care of that ball, make them foul you.
And all
they want that ball back.
All they're doing is they're just running, they're just running wheels and running off screens. Everything is at the top. Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, that's how you're going to do it right there.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the 10th foul has been called by the referees. Finally, the 10th foul. Like manna from heaven.
Again, both teams have been doing really well from the line tonight. So
yeah, Harding had a little bit of a struggle there, and then they made some clutch baskets. CJ here puts us up by 2 with under 1 minute left. And again, Harding, if they wanted to foul, if there is an easy bucket, they can give a hard foul and make him earn it. As long as he's on the floor, they're still at a 1-1 opportunity putting River Valley. So they have what's called a foul advantage as CJ puts it in a 3-point game. And CJ originally was raising the roof.
It looks like Coach is telling them do not foul.
Yeah. So, but if they had to, they have a foul advantage.
Put the pressure on. Don't foul in a situation like this.
River Valley having the ball now in the offensive half of their court. And that is a pull-up 3. Wow, Carson
deep.
Smith. Ice in the veins. Oh, my.
This is it right here.
Oh. So
this is where you want to be.
It's a 0-0 game, sir. Ooh.
Yes.
0-0 game. Taking care of the ball. There we go. Jamie Pearson calls timeout. He could sense we were just trying to survive. Good call. We're going to have a timeout here. So we'll stay here. So 25 seconds left here. 26 seconds. You've been watching the game, Josh. What do you think Harding's going to try and do here?
Definitely they're going to control the ball and get as much of that clock as they possibly can. They want that last shot. They want it to win it here. So they're going to take it down to that final second. But River Valley is going to put on that double pressure, whoever has the ball, and it's going to be tough.
Yeah, honestly, if I were River Valley, you know what I would do? I would see who gets the ball for Harding, and I won't say who I would foul. And if they foul them, they put them at the line, make them shoot 2 free throws. I know you'd give them a chance to take the lead, but you do not want Harding to bleed that clock down all the way. Defensively for River Valley, it's kind of like one of those things where you see teams when they go up by 3 and the other team has the ball with like 5 seconds, you foul them so they don't have a chance to shoot the 3 and tie it or win it, So it's one of those weird kind of bend and takes that the philosophy of the game's changed. But I agree. Harding's got to bleed down the clock, ideally. But River Valley's got to pressure. but they don't want to do that.
They don't want to give up that chance for 2 more points and just get this game out of their way.
Pedraza has the ball, wisely brings it out, gives it back to the point guard, CJ, and no one is guarding him. He has all the time in the world. Dribbles right into pressure, though, and okay.
A reaching foul.
That, again, honestly,
Okay.
that's not a bad foul for River Valley. Now, Wes is a pretty decent. He can, he's about 60-70% free throw shooter, so that's not a very bad foul, but he can make both these free throws.
And with 15 seconds in the game.
Now, here's the great irony. If Harding makes this one, if I were Harding, I would foul him. It's a 1-and-1.
Yes.
It's a 1-and-1,
Yes,
and you
when
want the last possession.
You have that advantage still.
Now you just got to play good defense as River Valley is going to try and bleed this out to the very end. Oh! Timeout called by Rod.
Wow, that was close.
How many times have you watched a basketball game and the coach calls timeout when your player has a wide open 2?
I was just going to say I wouldn't have called a timeout.
I've never seen that in my life.
No.
But the funny thing is, I'm not disagreeing with that call. If I were Rod, I would have called the same exact thing because it was just chaotic.
Yes.
They're lucky to even be in that position.
The way they handled the ball on the way down there
Ooh.
and throwing it back, going underneath the basket, it was a little sloppy.
They're lucky to remain in possession of the ball. So if I'm River Valley, their offense tonight, their bread and butter has been a quick 1-2 pass triangle offense. If you got 6 seconds, you don't have a whole lot of time for that, but it's bang, bang, and that shot's been open. So I'm looking for the inbound the ball, quick pass, probably out to a perimeter wing, and then you're probably looking down low for a higher percent shot. If I'm Harding,
you're going to load up down there.
I would load up, and as crazy as it is, I would double and pressure every single pass.
Yep.
Because you got to create chaos.
Yep.
And chaos is really their best chance right here.
With 6 seconds, you would rather go into that overtime than give up the points for the win.
Well, here we are, Lang inbounding the ball, setting screens. Oh, and there's kind of some self-made chaos. Oh, there should be about 1.1 seconds, but they are not going to call it that way.
Okay.
And, okay, so here we go. We got Pearson that's going to put Jacob Barr in, who doesn't get a whole lot of PT, but he's a big body. And he has a cannon. So he can make a good throw, but it's a spot throw. Hopefully, the ref told him it has to be a spot.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. We're going into overtime.
I think I'd
That was an
Okay.
amazing play there.
So I think Jacob learned something from that situation. You've got to fake. And then you can give a bounce pass. Pedraza was open.
About half court.
Yeah, near half court, about three-quarter court. He was open. You fake to the center, and then you give a bounce pass. You've got that time. This doesn't start until the ball's touched, right?
That's right. Yep.
Instead, we had ourselves in a precarious situation. Boy, what a game. And here we are, back-to-back nights. It was at River Valley. It went into overtime, and here we are at Harding, overtime, boys and girls. Oh, that's why it's a rivalry game, Josh.
Yeah, it is. And both teams have done very well this year. Just program-wise, I've been impressed with both schools for sure.
Yeah, and were you here? You did the did you do? No, you didn't do the Shelby game with me. You did the Galleon game.
Yes.
Did you happen to come or watch the Shelby game?
I did.
Okay, Shelby is they're the gold standard for our conference.
Yeah.
And Harding made a great comeback against them, and they They stuck it within 3, and they had a chance to win at the end, and they just couldn't put it through. But, yeah, I mean, Harding's – Todd and I were talking about this pregame. Your top 3 teams in this conference really are Harding, River Valley, and Shelby. And Harding's had to play. Yep. Harding's had to play Shelby and River Valley here. Bang, bang, like for 2 of the first 3. But here we are. It's a 45-45 game. Harding's in double bonus. That's not the best throw up, but that's okay. I'd much rather have a jump ball.
Yes, and it looks like
pressure. It's double pressure.
It's heavy pressure. They're wanting River Valley to just turn it over to them.
Yes. So, again, trying to create the chaos.
Force those.
Loose ball. Oh, the loose. Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. That.
Again.
Wow.
You know, that's one of those things where he's straight up, but I saw a little bit of foot movement there.
That's a tough call.
And
that's a tough call. Here's why I don't like that call. The River Valley player, he really shot it out of control. If he would have shot it like normal, I could have been okay with the foul, honestly. But the way you remember Jared Solinger from Ohio State,
yes.
how he would shoot like from his
from the hip.
Yeah, from the
almost.
hip. And it was like that's a terrible shot. I mean, yeah. So that's what that looked like, and that's a tough call. But here we are. Doesn't matter. And man, if you're in that foul advantage, you don't want to give him the 2. But here we are.
And they're. All right, 1-point lead now for River Valley. This is still a lot of time left in this game.
Tons of game.
And we saw how quickly Harding made that comeback. They've got the rebound.
The last 6 minutes of that fourth quarter were that was a completely different ball game, and Harding's got to keep that advantage, that pressure, and use it to their advantage. And no call, probably actually that's actually good reffing on that part. Good no call for that shot by Long. CJ has the ball over to Long.
They're doing a good job taking care of the ball right now.
They are. Well, they kind of started realizing that possessions matter is a weird-looking shot. And CJ had a hand on that, but unfortunately Carson did too. And he was the last one to happen to actually fall. It's hard to account for an air ball.
That's true.
That's hard to. You're expecting it to hit something, and all of a sudden it's on you.
Yes.
So Harding inbounds from the A.
That's
up top.
That's
to
perfect.
West.
Perfect play right there. Get it in. Work it out.
Oh, man, we've done that a couple times where we dribble down under the basket, and we just don't give ourselves much of a lane. As really how is that not a walk? I don't know, but it's a loose ball.
That's a loose ball.
It's given off to Jones. Not looking up to Stokes. Waited too long, but Stokes has the ball. Pedraza has had a struggle night. Still struggling. Long gets the ball off to Kieran. Kieran dribbles out to Pedraza, the 3. Still can't find it. Kieran's going to get up. Just kidding. Jones got the ball. Yeah. That is
guys are gassed right now. You can tell both teams are giving it their all.
Yep. And here we are, Harding. We had a couple offensive rebounds there in a row. Still struggling. Our best offense has been the chaos on turnovers and such.
Yes. But
our set offense is struggling.
Harding is doing a great job in this overtime.
Oh!
Using up the clock.
Good
and
turn.
Then finding that play.
That play was made with his feet.
I
believe I can fly. Oh, that's a push in the back. That should be.
It does not. It doesn't appear he's going to give the signal.
From where folks, rewind your YouTube video back 15 seconds. And take a look at that. That was almost textbook intentional.
Yes.
West makes him pay with
There
one.
we go. Got a 2-point lead now.
Harding finding themselves up by 2 with a minute 38 left. Both teams are going to be in the double bonus. And the arrow belongs to River Valley, I believe. And couldn't find the second one in there. Chaos ensues. Loose ball. River Valley gets the rebound. Still kind of feels like River Valley is
They're
out
really
of
still
sorts.
putting the pressure on.
Yeah, they're out of sorts, but they're breaking that press very well as they've settled it down. Trailing by 2. And
He's underneath.
wide open.
Wide open.
That's
one of those problems when you double up
Yes.
like that, somebody's going to be wide open, and he was just right there.
Exactly. When you produce chaos, sometimes the chaos comes back to you with an open block.
Yep.
And that was exactly what happened. And sometimes you live with those. You have to live with those. Bring the ball back out 58 seconds. Again, Harding could really just kind of dribble out and wait for the last shot. CJ.
River Valley is doing smart. They're playing good D, but they're off. They don't want to give up that foul.
They don't want to give up the free throws. West goes up and gets the 2. River Valley has 38 seconds to try and move the ball up the floor. And
What? Okay.
timeout by Marion Harding. Need to talk about it a little bit. And I don't know if they're doing a full timeout. We're going to take a break because I have a feeling this is going to be a heated 35 seconds. We'll be right back, folks.
Pizzasaurus Rex made to order. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Come to the historic OK Cafe located at 734 East Center Street, Marion made for over 80 years. Manufacturing has changed. There was a time when people would spend countless hours pushing buttons, pulling levers, and swinging hammers. One day, things began to change. One day, things became smart. Buttons, levers, and hammers became apps, computers, and robots. Manufacturing has changed. Marion Harding High School is proud to be part of that change by offering an advanced manufacturing course. Integrated production technology.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Folks, if you got popcorn, you better eat it real quick because you might be throwing it in the air here pretty soon. 35.8 seconds left, Harding up by 2. River Valley has the ball, and we're setting up for that full
they're
court
doing
press.
full court
Press. That's what's worked for Harding tonight. It's that chaos. And that's a jump ball, too, because he had 2 hands. That is Harding ball.
Wow.
Yeah, Rod Brown cannot be happy about that one. So here we go. Harding has 33 seconds left. They've had the advantage. They have the advantage.
That's quite a unique stack they've got there.
When the top of the stack is on the elbow. They took out Coach Schneider, and they foul West. 26.8 seconds left. And West
I know you have a lead, and at River Valley right there, but wanting to foul. But I don't know if I would have done it with this much time left yet.
Harding looked a little out of sorts. Oh, finally, one bounces around, blip, 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 and falls down the bottom of the hoop. Harding up by 3 as Stokes shoots the second. Puts us up by 4. That's a big bucket. Big bucket. River Valley's going to have to make some plays here. Gives out his forearm shiver and dribbles seemingly out of control. Gives it off. The 3. Oh!
3.
Carson Smith. My goodness, young man. That is 2 big threes by Carson Smith. Holy guacamole.
1 point game.
Woo.
My goodness.
Good Lord. Folks, We have some fans kind of yelling, "Why are you leaving wide open?" Man, I tell you what, that kid has made 2 icy veins threes in this game, and they have. Oh my goodness, good
from almost at the sideline.
Almost, it's at the same spot. It's at 45-degree shot, and my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to that young man hitting those shots. Well, Harding's up 1. They have the advantage. What do you think River Valley has to do defensively?
I think they need to definitely do what Harding's doing as far as pressure-wise when they're inbounding the ball. And then I would probably go for a quick foul. As long as it's in the right person's hands, that is. It looks like Harding's getting ready he's drawing up a big play down there. And I think it's going to come down to these next couple of seconds. Whoever has the ball last wins the game.
Yeah, and, the thing is, it's going to be a high aggressive, don't get it, foul. But equally, if Harding gets this up to a 3-point game, you got to guard a 3. Because it clearly, especially, you've got to guard Carson Smith. That young man is en fuego. As Carson Smith goes down, there was a loud slap.
I don't.
And it was kind of a weird.
Will this
fall.
count as a timeout here?
This is not the NFL. It was a hard.
He went down hard.
It was. I mean, you could hear the slap even with our headphones on. And I don't know what he hit.
Appears to be maybe a knee or an ankle.
Yeah, he's not. And honestly, that hurts. Says it's twisted, but River Valley, that's actually that puts them in a little bit of a pickle because that's the man who's been making the clutch shots. But he can sub in. He has to leave the floor, but he can sub in. But Harding's got 2 shots. Harding's got 2 shots plus Carson Lang got his 5th foul, so it's a free 30-second timeout. So he's got plenty of time to get attended here to come back into the game if Rod Brown wants to enter him back into the game. As you mentioned before, Pearson has drawn up a pretty good play, so it never came to fruition because CJ got fouled. So CJ's at the line to shoot these 2 big shots.
Yes. Right here, you're definitely wanting at least one of these.
You got to have at least one. All those hours in the gym.
It appears he's getting ready to come back into the game.
Yep. All those hours at the gym. Did you shoot free throws or did you shoot shots like 3-pointers and fadeaways? This is where it counts. This is the biggest shot of the game right here.
And
up to this point, this is the biggest shot.
Yes, with this amount of time left in the game,
it determines everything.
Yes.
Yep. What kind of offense the game's going to be in the last 13 seconds? Ooh.
Okay.
Nervsy gets the 2-point lead for Harding. River Valley seems a little out of cumbers with 10 seconds left. Ooh, and at the block! Oh my!
Goodness.
Oh my! Oh my!
No
Oh
call.
my! Oh my!
All ball.
Oh my!
That was perfectly timed.
Oh my!
Perfectly
Oh,
timed.
my.
Nothing but ball. There was a lot of folks are a little disappointed that there wasn't a call there, but there was nothing to call there.
Oh my! Oh my!
That was very beautiful.
What? He's building a house laying all that block, boy.
I tell you
Woo!
what, though,
Woo!
River Valley and Harding, these guys, I mean, this was a game.
What a comeback.
Yes.
What a
Way
comeback.
To keep fighting. And that's the one thing, too, is when you're the coach and you're down, you got to keep these guys like, hey, don't give up. you've got to keep coming, keep bringing that pressure, keep on these guys because, you're going to force a couple of turnovers, and then the whole momentum of the game just went the other way.
Yeah, and now Harding's 4-2, 3-1 in the league, and they're right there with River Valley in second place, 3-1 in the league as well. And Harding is 3 points away from getting into it with Shelby and being in first place. So both teams are still in great position, but this was a great measuring stick again for both teams.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, Marion Harding girls, they play the girls of Clear Fork. They play the Colts, Lady Colts. And that will be a great game as well. Josh, you're going to be back here for that, right?
Yes, I am. I'll be here. I'm looking forward to it.
Folks, thanks for letting us into your homes and just taking time out and listening and watching these two great schools play each other, and great rivalry and a great basketball game. And thanks a lot. And thanks again to John Mullins and the kids for throwing this on. And, man, best thing in the business, boys and girls. Best thing in the business. We got a great thing at Marion Harding. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good evening. And as we approach Christmas, have a great Christmas.